In 5 years, have another one?
Next year.
That party animal.
Put him in charge. Put him in charge.
Some of us are older than you, you know.
Yeah, you gotta go year by year, right?
Looks like we're inviting you next time. I expect to spend a whole weekend with you.
When you get to 45, you gotta go year by year.
It's going to be in Winter County.
All right. That's fine. Oh, 5 years sound all right to everybody, or you want to make it 10? 5 years, we'll have grandkids.
Some of us are getting older.
Okay, 5 years, and let's try, now some of us got together on yesterday, Saturday afternoon and evening, and that was so much fun. So when we do have the next time, those that can come up the day before too.
Do you have a pen?
It's such a short.
I gotta fill this out.
All right.
You may stand.
I have an announcement for this class. This afternoon I was at home and I dug out my grade book.
No, we aren't going to show up this hour.
And I found out that in biology, in this April, I think it was about April 3rd or so of that year, you people did not finish your homework and did not hand it in. I'd hate to go back and have to have the Board of Education pull back your diplomas so that in order that everything is fine, after this thing is over and the pictures are done, I want you all back in here and we'll finish that tonight. You got that, Mike?
I got it.
And Linda.
What do you mean, and me?
Linda, just a few words.
Okay.
This was,
That's Mr. Ward.
Mort the sport.
I want to know, first of all, Jerry, excuse me, Al, you gave a statement this afternoon. How can you have a good sports program when you have 3 coaches named?
More shots and Yogi.
I knew this was a particularly bright class. As soon as I looked at the grades from your 6th grade teacher. This is Buttrick, bless her heart. She was really a gem. But to Mrs. Buttrick, every one of you were gifted, and I found out. No, it was a special class. A lot of competitors, hard-nosed, tough, aggressive kids, and those were the girls.
I thought they were easy.
Just kidding. I remember fond memories.
No offense,
class. Remember when Linda came to me and she had a special request. She wanted me to hold Mike until last in the lunch line so that she and the other classmates could have enough to eat. Remember that, Linda?
Not at all.
And I remember once when I asked Les over there what apathy meant, and he says, I don't know, and I could care less. And the time we had to break up the fight when Dick picked on an underclassman.
No.
Underclasswoman, I think. He hit her with her purse. That's the issue, Dick, wasn't it? And I remember I told you that someday the Swedes would rule the earth. Well, that's in tennis. They're doing very well.
Haven't you switched
And
nationalities yet?
I told you about the White Sox. I said they were the team of the future. Today they have the second winningest record in all of baseball. I'm right on it.
25 years.
This was the one class that really believed in my Swedish magic. The other kids thought it was all a trick. These kids really believed in it.
We really were that dumb.
And we really had some fond memories of our sports seasons. I will never forget our big football game, the last game of the year. Undefeated Weyerhaeuser against the undefeated Bobcats on a beautiful Friday afternoon in a jam-packed crowd. Those of you that participated, along with Coach Gilbertson, will never forget that. It was a hard-fought game. We didn't come out on top, but we had a super year. And then we had the basketball season. What a nice season and fond memories that was. I remember at the start of the season I had to, I had to come on kind of tough. I set some rules for them, and one of them was I didn't want anybody wearing earrings. I thought I was going to lose Paul for sure. With the seniors, Steve and Al and Dick, Paul and Les, we did well. We pulled home a championship. I'll never forget it, and I'm sure you don't either. One of the things that I feel a little sorry about, and I should confess to you, in math class, years ago we used to look a lot at problem solving. It's the key to math, and we used to have a problem every day. And if you missed the problem, you had to take the math book and you had to rub it on your head real hard. You had to say, I'll do better tomorrow. And if you look around,
Say, Dick, would you slide your chair back a little bit? No, really, slide your chair back a little bit. No, you haven't got a towel. But see if you can slap just as hard as you used to. There's about ages to with that towel over his leg. They said, I gotta put a towel on my leg.
The guy in the bed just is pretty to screw up out there.
The guys on the floor didn't get up. The guy sitting next to him sure did.
You know it's calm at halftime.
Come in and get a chair.
Coach Peterson is had his say, and everyone's castling everyone. Good here. I too have fond memories of this group. We look around, we have one person that's a minister, veterinarian, we have engineers, we have educators, we have hospital administrators, and we have a lot of other people that are serving a lot of service in the community and really contributing as outstanding citizens in their area, whether it's Phoenix or down south, here in Birchwood. I know Al Whitaker does some very constructive architectural work in his carpentry and so forth. I look back and I remember quite a few things. A lot of them were sort of tragic things in a little way. Jimmy Gunderson working out, going to go out for football and gets hit by Thibodeau, which ended his career. And that, I remember Linda Knappmiller, I don't know what happened, but one night having to take her down to Rice Lake, her dad, and was never so upset for the doctor when he set her dislocated knee without giving her anything to take away the pain. And I know Jimmy Freeman also broke a bone. Les Breland had knee problems and toe problems. That had him taking his shoe off.
Everybody remembers my big toe.
really was injured. At that point, he was manager. I told Pat last night that, she said, well, you can't say that this was the best class. And, you can't say that other people get along with that. But I can say that probably you are the most precious class that I had. Going through, I remember Foss Soper playing football, and his dad offered to take him out west hunting, and I told him it was more important for him to go with his dad. How many years? I remember Dick Campbell being a coach, I guess, remember boys more, where Coach Warehouser tried to figure out how not to run his end of football. You've been an outstanding group. It was a pleasure working with you, and you always will be a precious group.
All I would say would be something that's so sad. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. This is what I remember about the class 25 years ago. They were juniors in high school English class at 1:12 p.m., whatever the moment when we got the word over the PA system about our prison. And all these kids were so emotional. Their teacher was not. Emotional. But that's the day that sticks in my mind about you. And I think that Mr. Gilbertson had the right word for you. You're a precious class. And Linda, I'm so happy that you and others who helped you got this together, because this is really memorable. Thank you.
I think we've all got fond memories of what we did when we were in high school, but I think tonight, I think one of the things that, I feel especially, is that I'd like to thank our past teachers from coming, and I think when they talk to us and when we address our past teachers, unlike when students address teachers today, I think there's a sign of respect that most of us, when we talk to Mr. Peterson, Mr. Gilbertson, Mrs. Gilbertson, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Soper, it's always with a Mr. or Mrs. And I think the feeling is to the entire group that we respect what our teachers did. And we respect them not just, as individuals, but as teachers and what they did for us as well. So I think, I'd like to thank them for coming tonight. I think it shows that, they were special and that they maybe do have some feelings for us as well. So thank you for showing up this evening.
Thank you.
Some of you have your backs turned, but Mrs. Lesko has joined us too up here.
All right.
I'm Millie. I'm Nick.
Mr. Schmidt, you're
My very favorite friend from Birchwood.
I haven't seen her in years. Oh, thank you. I didn't know you were back there.
Oh, I was standing here listening to all of your fond memories, and I'm trying to recognize people, and there's only just a few I can. Gosh, it's great that all of you can get together. Yes. I was going to say, that's what I remember the most about her class probably was how much these two were in love.
Millie, so does the second, third, fourth, fifth grade teacher.
Yes. And Jerry, I remember him, of course, just telling my husband back here. Yes. And yes, who was the one that said he always kept his towel on? Never forget that. Now, he can talk about you kids, but by golly. And it was really nice that you guys started me out. Good teachers. Because I really liked what I did when I came back to Birchwood. and you inspired me to go on and teach again for another 25 years. Remember that I was your annual advisor? Yes. And those two guys helped a lot. I think it was your best friend, aren't you? Where's Jim?
He's the other baldy.
Okay. He was the other one that helped so much because I was just, all that stuff was new to me. And you were such a great help. So as I said, your group, it really inspired me to keep on going for a long time teaching. And I still like it, and I still like kids. So. And Jerry, you're still at it, aren't you? Jean, you've retired. And you people, I'm sure you all look so super. You must be all successful. That's just great. Well, we must be. We went to Reno last year, you see. Yeah. We were on the same plane and didn't know it till we got off.
Standing looking for our luggage, I
Yes.
guess, over there.
And they turned both divorces down.
That's why I was.
Husbands were right.
So I know we were late, and I knew we couldn't get here for dinner, but it's good to see you people. And I will ask every one of you who you are before we leave. So I can know. It's aggravating. Did you think about the fact of how you changed in 25 years?
We haven't changed a bit.
Really, you know. Now on, it's clear sailing. You're not going to change at all.
Jim, you're turning red.
So for the next 25 years, you're absolutely, you're not going to change it all anymore. So just have a great life. You really look super nice. Must be fun. You must have good memories. I do.
I think somebody should give Mr. Crispini an eraser, though, and see if he's still got his aims.
Oh, my God,
You know he still has his voice, don't you?
personality.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He used to shout from one end of that hallway to the other, and I was way down in the basement.
I think his favorite student at that time when we were in high school was Kenny Evich.
Yeah.
I think he's the one you hung on the coat hangers in the hallway.
I met him 3 weeks ago with his 2 boys over in Weyerhaeuser, and very nice. And you know what he told his kids? He says, "See this guy? He kicked my butt." You still got some of them in school, I think.
Yep. Got 2 of them there, yeah.
I think Mr. Smith over here, you know him as Mr. Smith. Judy's husband. That's something to say. Jill, you got 14 pages. I told him I'd take the last 2. He could have the first 12. Go ahead.
Well, I've already said what I expect you people to do here.
We're ready.
You talk about Peterson, coaching your basketball. You didn't know, but he'd take the kid who could see the scoreboard and he made sure he sat beside him because Jerry was so nearsighted he didn't know what the score was. Now that's true. But it's always great to come back to reunions such as this, especially if you had the young people in your classes, because then you know them, you remember them, and certainly I certainly remember you young people in our class, and I hope that you had as much fun in the class as I did. And sometimes, Les will verify this, that as a teacher, you have to be a good actor. There are times when you have to put on your mad face when you're just laughing inside about the whole thing. But you don't dare let on, so of course, you got to make sure that class knows your
I have one question. Did you ever figure out how those dings got up in your ceiling in the shop room?
Oh. I'm sure, Les, you probably knew something
No,
about
it wasn't me, but I used to watch kids use the radio alarm song turn the blade around and ding them up to the side.
But, no, it was a lot of fun. And I've been looking through what all of you are doing or have been doing, and it's very interesting. And I don't see any grandchildren yet. And I saw one that says she hopes not. Who was that? Do I have to go through and find that? She said, I hope not. Who was that? I bet who it was. Who was it? I hope not. Grandchildren. Well, I want you to know, you may hope not, but the day is going to come when you hope so.
I hope not.
Well, Linda Natmiller said, number of grandchildren, 0, I hope. Is that you're hoping for 0 or you're hoping for grandchildren?
0, I hope. Great, yes. I don't know about, you know?
Okay. Well, anyway, I want to thank you for inviting us here. It was a lot of fun, and I hope to be able to talk with many of you yet this evening, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I think Paul Johnson's going to be our first grandpa here.
We're getting close.
Right?
In about another 4 or 5 months. So. We're
Looks
looking
the part.
forward to it.
He looks the part.
He bits apart.
You have as much hair as you do.
Should we gather outside before it gets too dark and get our pictures?
Same thing they said in freshman history class. Oh, no. Oh, no. Thank you for the invite.
That's it?
Just saw boss, I got my second one. Let me tell you, the people that spoke, Jerry, Mr. Gilbertson, myself, Mr. Smith, and don't forget Judy. I retired 2 years ago, and I says, if we could have a staff like that, I'd go back to teaching. You guys were freshmen. I don't want to get too sentimental here.
No.
I probably easily.
Got this on film, Mike?
I remember Dickie Campbell, he was a hard nose. He just wouldn't listen to him. Last relay, I get this invite. Came up about 7, 8 years ago. I got a young son, plays on the ball. I happened to move where Millie came from. She came to Birchwood North to work. And let me tell you, kids are the same all over. But the ones that are here want to be here. I don't care, I heard mention of administrators, superintendents, doctors, but it doesn't make any sense. Get up in the morning, put your shoes on, put your socks on, you put your pants on. This is what it's all about. Family. I was tugging down my pants like this. Sit down.
I want to know how to get your socks over your shoes.
I'm going to tell her. She asked me to tell her, right?
That's a history teacher for you.
I came to Birchwood in 1959, and I met a school board member that lived up on top of the hill from me, and he taught me how to put my socks on over my shoes. He also taught me how to ride the rope across the hay mow, ride ponies and horses. And I'll tell you, that old bugger called me up after the prom one night at 5:30. He said, "The bull is jumping the cow." And this is for posterity. Walt Natnor. I remember these guys, I
Unfortunately, Smitty and his wife were only with me for 2 years, or fortunately. Gene and Jerry were 3 years. Pat, that's what I want to say. Now, you remember the people that talk. But you know what? You look at the gals behind these guys. Pat, Gilbert's one. Well, Judy was a teacher, but still.
I was still behind him.
And sometimes you were in front of them, honey.
Her name is Bonnie.
Bonnie?
Her name is Evie.
And Millie, behind Millie was Mitch.
Right, you got that right.
This guy's got to come over to Blue Hills, 24 months. You know they're blacktopping that road now?
Oh, it's really nice now.
Yeah, I had to wait for 10 minutes and some gal passed me and they weren't supposed to pass, but she went.
Man, have you got any flash bombs?
No, where's Blanche?
She had to leave.
See, next to Blanche, I'm the second oldest one. Yeah, I'm the second oldest.
You want a bet?
Well, I know, but you came after I did.
That doesn't mean that I want to be older.
Thank you for inviting us. Linda, Les, Paul, you say, oh, that's right. Kids come in, oh, you haven't changed a bit, Mr. Oh, you have, that's right. Somebody said, hey, Les, the guy says, yeah, the son of a bitch was old when he came to me. Didn't you say that?
I take the fifth.
I didn't have that much to do with this class, but I tell you, I had the brothers and sisters. And I know your parents, very beautiful people. I look over here, and his sister used to babysit for us. And I used to hunt behind his place. I come up with a deer, and the guy said, you don't have that tag. I should arrest you. Oh, and where's the other Paul?
He's behind the camera.
Who's our other babysitter?
No,
Mike.
by the way, I've got about 60 minutes left on this tape. I do have a second tape, though.
Yeah, that's right. Then there's Fossover. Okay. Let me tell you, I've been to 3 different places, and I got 3 hearts. When we come here, it's all. When we go to World, it's all. When we go to Winnicott, it's all. We go to Michigan, it's all. We're home.